Hello everybody, my name is Lynx and welcome back to Warframe, and today I have got Nidus. Now this is the new infested Warframe. You get him from the Glassed Gambit quest. That's where you get the blueprint, and the parts drop from the infested salvage mission on Eris. Now I've got to say, while I was leveling this guy, I found him to be so effective at everything that he does, and because of that, and because of just fun factor, he has got to be probably my favorite frame right now. That is pretty fast to say favorite frame after he's only been out for about 3 weeks. But I went through, put a form on him, leveled him through and through, and overall his abilities are absolutely amazing to use and they're so fun. As you can see in the corner, he is one of the frames that does not have any shields. Now, he's like Anaris, and like Anaris, he has a pretty interesting mechanic on not dying. That's kind of what the no shield frames are going for right now, which is not dying. And his deal is that, let me see, well, first of all, when you take damage, he auto regens health, so you don't need something like rejuvenation or anything like that. And secondly, when you go and pick an enemy, well, let me pick an enemy here, like a corrupted heavy gunner at level 90, when he kills me, this is a lot better than Anaros for sure on when you die, because you don't go and do a little sarcophagus. Can you keep shooting me, please? This happens, and basically what this does is it allows you to not be killed. And it takes up those stacks in the corner as well, so eventually he will kill me. So let me go ahead and I'll go back up to the terminal before he does that. But as you can see, also my health is going up slow. My health is going up, and it'll keep going up to max. And that also stacks with Ravenous, right? Which is his last ability, which I'll show in a minute. But that's probably the best way to go through survival and not die. I think I went through an hour-and-a-half survival of the infested, and I could not die. There was no way for me to die. I just couldn't do it. I was physically actually trying to die, and it wouldn't let me do it because the health was regenerating really fast because I was standing on Ravenous and because of the passive. And every time that I actually did die, it put me back into a dying stage, so I couldn't die. So survivability on this character is great. Now going on to the abilities, interesting thing is, so the first two abilities use energy. The last two use those things in the corner. The thing that says 21 right now. Those are stacks, and what those do is that it basically allows you to use less energy, and it also fuels the abilities. So the first ability is called Virulence, and it's basically Frost's Ice Wave. So if I spawn in a couple of these guys, let's go over here and go like that, and it's basically Frost's Ice Wave, except that it's in a more linear, I guess. It's in a more straightforward path. And also when you use the first ability, it generates stacks. So when you hit the guys, it generates those stacks. And then it's every enemy hit is 1/5 of a stack. So really effective way to get stacks, especially when you couple it with the second and third ability. And there's another little thing here. Once you use it, it regenerates energy once you hit enemies. So if I go over here and I hit these guys, this ability costs 30 energy to cast. Already full energy, still full energy. So if you use this ability correctly, you will never run out of energy. Now, the second ability goes with the first ability really well. So it first of all acts as a source of crowd control, but on top of that, if I spawn in a whole bunch of these guys, so let's go over here, and I use the second ability, it's Larva, it pulls all those guys into a big ball. And what that does is it crowd controls them, but when you use the first ability on it, it does that, and it, yeah. spits out the remnants of what was once the enemy you were hitting. And this basically allows you to do so much more damage than you probably could have with only the first ability, because you're pulling in so many more enemies than you would have been able to already. So go over here, do this again. Pulls all these guys in, and boom. And they're all dead with one ability hit. So that, he's dead. All those guys are dead. And you're dead. So very effective way of crowd controlling, especially since it basically gets rid of all the enemy's ability to move. If I go in and spawn in 6 of the level 90 corrupted heavy gunners, go over here, use this, it deactivates them all, and now I can just do that endlessly. And this is actually an amazing way to build up stacks. As you can see, this thing is building stacks like crazy, and then you'll eventually have to recast it, but it's not that big of a deal. Especially if you get a little larva like that, then it really just keeps them crowd controlled very well, and they stay in a pretty tight clump like that. Go ahead and do that again. We're gonna do this until they die and see how many stacks we can get, because these guys are generating stacks at a pretty high rate. And boom. So 71 stacks out of those 6 enemies. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. I don't want to lose my stacks. Okay. Falling off the map in regular missions won't make you lose stacks, but doing it in the simulacrum will reset you. So I don't want to do that. So second ability, pretty cool. Third ability, it's called Link, or Parasitic Link. And this works pretty much the same as Trinity's Link, but with another twist. So select one of these guys. We run over here, and Link, it puts them to sleep, and on top of that, this enemy will now share, I think it's 50% of all damage I take. So, and as well as this pairs with the first ability. So once I look that way, a second infested trail comes off of this guy, and you can go pretty far. You can go that far away. So from here, I should be able to use it. Oh, nope. There we go. So from here, now I'm able to send infested trails pretty far away from me. Let me see if I can get one to come over here. Oh, no. Yep, right there. So, and it also keeps them asleep. So, it's not that bad. Especially since you compare this with the first and second ability at the same time. So if we go back over here, he'll die. We're gonna spawn in 7 of the corrupted heavy gunners, and then we're gonna link to one of them, and then larva the rest. So link, larva, and now since there's 2 infested trails, this will get done a lot faster. And boom, all gone. I didn't even have to recast larva that time, and this guy's still asleep. And then once you reactivate the ability, it does a little bit of damage to them. Depending on what level they are, it actually can kill them. But since this guy's level 90, doesn't really do that much to him. So we're gonna run away now so he doesn't kill us. And as you can see here, we're at 91 stacks, and I got those a lot faster than the last time. So the final ability, oh, also, Parasitic Link takes 1 mutation stack. Ravenous, the final ability, takes 3. So if I run over here, I've got to say, the sound effect for this is probably the most bone-chilling thing of all the abilities. So Ravenous basically creates this little field. People call it a garden. I think that's kind of a funny name for it. It creates this field, and while you're standing in this field, up there you can see there's a health regen meter, and this will regen I'm not sure if that actually means 32 health a second, but it regens health at a pretty high rate, as well as spawns. Where's some of these guys? These guys. These are little maggots, and what these do is that they run over to any enemy that just happens to be walking by, attaches onto them, and starts attacking them, and it pretty much immobilizes them and just does damage to them. And then once you find, let me find a whole bunch of these guys. Once you find them, you use the first ability, and they pop. And this does a pretty good amount of damage, especially if you're in a scenario like if you're being hoarded by infested. You're gonna do a lot of damage in a short amount of time when you pop these guys. And once you, once this goes away, every time you recast the fourth ability, it respawns more maggots. So if I go ahead and pull up one heavy gunner, we saw how fast it killed me the last time, or quote unquote killed me. And go ahead and over here and Ravenous. It is taking a lot longer. That's because it's regenerating a lot of energy per second. And there's the maggots. So there we go. And now they're all running onto this one guy and damaging him. And so this is doing not that much damage. It is doing a couple procs to him. And if I go ahead and pop him, that did a pretty good amount of damage for one ability. And then if I go ahead and use the ability, more maggots will spawn. See these guys go off, and some of them attach, some of them just kind of stay by his feet, and then pop. So yeah, this ability is really fun, especially since it works on stuff like the mobile defense panels as well as the like regular defense panels. Let me kill you real quick. And you can also shoot the larva and it still does damage. But yeah, overall abilities are super fun to use, especially this, because it provides healing and oh, cold proc? Oh, that's my sentinel. Get out of here. So yeah, doing a lot of damage from, there's the maggots. And also, something that was implemented that I didn't realize and think about till or realize it, when you hold down the first ability, it highlights them. So you can see all your maggots running around, and it tells you like, okay, go here to pop those two. Go there, pop that one. So maggots are pretty effective. They used to auto detonate, so like when they attached, they auto detonated and they did an insane amount of damage. They don't do that anymore, but overall I think this is probably, ooh, no, not 20. This is probably the best crowd controlling frame I've had. Can I just do this? There we go. Larva you all, and then now we do this. I'm trying to get to 100 stacks to show you guys what that looks like. 97, 98, 99. There's 100. Once it gets to 100, it turns into that red circle that just kind of tells you have 100 stacks. And then when you're at I don't know if I want to lose 100 right now. But yeah, overall, super fun. That is always satisfying to use, and the maggots are pretty useful, especially for just kind of single target crowd control. It kind of keeps them incapacitated for a little bit. Larva as an ability is probably the best for crowd control, especially since, look, they're all running around, but if I clump them all, if I can get them to all come together, maybe, I'm thinking maybe I might be able to actually, is that Helios? No. I think that's the maggots. They're doing a lot of damage. And then the way this works with infested die so much faster with this frame. Definitely great for infested, and overall a good survivability frame. So I'm gonna stop talking now because I've been talking for a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys try and kill me. So that's all I gotta say for this video, guys. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. I do that. Go ahead and tell me if you either bought Nidus or you went through the quest all the way. I know the quest takes a long time because you have to deal with the infested salvage mission. You have to go through 4 waves of the infested salvage before you actually have a chance at getting a Nidus part. Buying them right out is probably the easiest way to go. I didn't do that because I no-lifed the infested salvage when it first came out, and so that basically made it so that, you know, I got Nidus pretty fast. The infested salvage mission is pretty fun to do, but it does take a while, but it is definitely worth it. This frame is definitely worth it. Oh, since we're at the end of the video and I'm running out of stacks anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the build, because once I go into the inventory or the arsenal, it'll get rid of my stacks. So yeah, see, that's how it is, all closed up and everything. So the build, you don't want to go into negative anything with this, because duration is good for the larva, link, the parasitic link, and Ravenous. Efficiency is good just for the 2 abilities, so that you're not using that much energy at all. I think the first ability alone, without mods, yeah, that takes 40 energy. Mine goes down 28. Range you need for the infested wave or virulence, for pulling a lot of enemies in with the larva, for linking for a long radius, and I'm not sure if, yeah, Ravenous also, oh no, Ravenous isn't benefited from that. And then power strength, it helps with the virulence. Power strength also helps with improving the damage that the maggots do. So you don't want to go into negative anything. I probably could put transient fortitude and get my power strength up to 200%, but that'll take the duration down. If I were to move this, well, actually I can't. But yeah, you want to keep everything kind of even. And then I have a vitality just because he had no shield, so that's perfect. I only need 1 mod for protecting myself. Steel charge for an extra 18 slots for whatever. And then the pretty standard stuff, so intensify, continuity, streamline, stretch, and then that for more duration, that for sprint speed, because he only has a 1 and I kind of like to run fast, and more armor, that just for more strength and more resistance to knockdown, on top of faster knockdown recovery, and prime flow for more energy. So easy build, nothing major. So yeah, okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps me out, I really appreciate it. Go ahead and tell me if you either bought Nidus or got him through the quest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. And when you get Nidus, this opens. Yeah.